Hey everyone, this is your instructor Brooks Pritchett again. I thought I would make another video to recap last week and give you a little bit of guidance as to where to start this week as we head into week 2 of classes. Also just wanted to highlight a couple upcoming due dates and wanted to give you a better idea of where to focus your energy this week. First of all, it was great reading all of your class introductions and your backwards bike discussions and replies. Great getting to know all of you and seeing your response to the backwards bike video. I thought it was a pretty cool video. Hopefully no one had any major issues trying to get registered for Learn Smart and access the online textbook. Your Chapter 1 Learn Smart reading and questions were due last night by midnight. So hopefully no one had any issues there. Your second Learn Smart reading and assignment for Chapter 2 is going to be due this Sunday by midnight. So make sure you read through Chapter 2 and complete that assignment in Learn Smart. Also, what's due this Sunday by midnight, this Sunday the 31st, is going to be your food and activity log and those reports that went along with it. So if you want a better idea of exactly what you need to document, all the reports that are due, again, here on the D2L page, click over here on content, and then come on down to diet and physical activity record. And here you'll see the exact reports that you need to submit, the recommendations report, spreadsheet summary, physical activity report, and the My Plate report. For a couple tips and tricks on keeping a food and activity log, check out this daily food log worksheet as well as this portion guide handout. Should be really helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can either email me or post in the questions for your instructor discussion board. Most likely if you've got a question related to the course material, you'll be helping your classmates out by posting it there where they can see the answer as well. I also wanted to highlight there are 2 new discussions available. One is Rate Your Hunger and the other one is a nutrition facts label discussion. Those are now available. They're going to be due by February the 3rd. So just like the discussions from last week, you'll post an initial reply to the question and then respond to 2 of your classmates. So your initial replies for both of those are going to be due next Wednesday, February 3rd, and then your replies to 2 of your classmates are going to be due next Sunday. That's going to be 2 Sundays from now, February the 7th. So keep an eye out for those on the discussion board. Aside from the discussion boards, well, I guess one thing I should mention is on this food and activity log, this hunger scale worksheet, that'll help you with your the Rate Your Hunger discussion board. And again, that's going to be under the diet and physical activity record instructions. So you can use that in the Rate Your Hunger discussion. I also wanted to point out, as far as helping you study the material that's in your text and for some more resources and guidance, if you come up here to Module 1, and you can check out these Module 1 worksheets. So when you go through each chapter, just check out these worksheets, like this height and weight worksheet, identifying your diet and physical activity habits worksheet. They'll help you work through the material just by answering the questions. For example, this height and weight worksheet will help you with some of the basic math, like converting from feet and inches into meters, for instance, or even going from pounds to kilograms. Going back here to Module 1, as you go through each of the chapters, for example, we'll start here on Chapter 1. So you'll see the course objectives or the student learning outcomes for each chapter, as well as the discussion post that goes along with it, and also some PowerPoint slides that'll help you in reviewing and studying the material along with those worksheets. The same thing for Chapter 2. If you want to get ahead and start reading Chapter 2, complete the Learn Smart readings, and then just with help studying, again, you'll see the learning outcomes as well as, again, the nutrition facts label discussion, as well as some PowerPoint slides. When you get into chapter 2, I just wanted to highlight that the dietary guidelines that are discussed in your textbook in chapter 2 have since been updated as of about 2 weeks ago. They just released the 2015 dietary guidelines. And if you want to read those guidelines, which I highly recommend that you do, if you come back in this Start Here section under Content and come down to Great Websites and Resources, there's a link to the new dietary guidelines. So that's where you can access that information. For those of you that are looking to get ahead as far as the next assignments coming up after Module 1, once you complete your food and activity log and you've submitted those nutrition calc reports, the next assignment is going to be your portfolio assignment number 1. I'll go into more depth on that next week since your food and activity log isn't due until Sunday by midnight. But for those of you that want to read ahead and kind of get an idea of what is going to be or what that assignment will entail, if you come here to Module 1 and you scroll down to the very bottom, the instructions for your first portfolio assignment will be listed here. And basically what you're going to be doing is taking the results of your food and activity log and those reports that you submitted and comparing your usual nutrition and exercise habits to what's recommended based on what you learn throughout Module 1. So again, I'll go into more detail on that. I don't want to overwhelm you right now, but I know some of you probably do want to get ahead. There's right there are the instructions. If you have any questions, again, the best way to reach me, either questions for your instructor in the discussion board section. You can also email me. I would prefer, however, if you utilize the discussion board just because you'll be helping out your other classmates. During the week, I'll be really good about getting on a couple times a day and trying to answer your questions. You can expect a response at least within 24 hours. On the weekends, may not take me a while. If you send me a question on Saturday night, it might not be till Monday morning before I can respond. I'm usually up pretty early, so you might get a reply from me at 5-6 a.m. in the morning. And then I try and get back on again in the afternoons just to check and keep up with everything, at least during the week. Again, feel free, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I hope all of you have a great rest of your week and good luck with your classes.